This is episode 1. I am Leroy, king of the diaper fetishes, and you are. That is the title I'm going by. Oh fuck, we're good at this. We're good. Podcasts. Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck. Can't get enough of them. This is good. We're off to a good. We're highbrow material here. I mean,
yeah, I can't believe no one's gonna hear this.
What do you know about Star Wars? Are you a prolific Star Warser? I'm assuming not. I've never heard you talk about Star Wars before.
It's not something I talk about.
You
but
don't like Star Wars.
It's not that. It's just I watched. I like episode 4, 5, and 6, but not 1, 2, or 3. 7 is all right. I'd rather it not have happened, but I can live with it.
You're not a fan of episode 7.
It could have done things better.
I thought it was okay. I mean, it was fun.
Well, yeah, it was okay. That's my stance, but I think it could have done things better.
I've heard people say it feels a lot like it's written like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like they inject a lot of silly humor into it, which is like a bit weird. Which I kind of agree with. There was like a shit ton of silly moments in there, which I don't know if were appropriate, but I'm kind of okay with. I like my cheese.
I think what happened was, because the original 3, it was sort of... It had a few funny moments, but it was mostly sort of like quite serious. But then they made the prequels, and then they kind of started being a bit more silly then.
Have you watched those? Have you watched the first the prequel trilogy? Have you watched them all?
I've watched all 7.
Oh,
I have seen all 7.
I fell asleep through the Phantom Menace when I was like, I must have been like...
I don't blame you.
I must have been like 8 or something, sat there watching the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, but I mean, I could fall asleep through any of the prequels, even when I'm 20, 21, whatever.
I like the third one, despite its absolute cheese fest. Like, it's not massively entertaining.
The third one had the no from Darth Vader, and that sort of killed it for me.
But it was also massively cheesy, and it was awful. I love it. I think that like parts of the second one, I like that just because of how stupid it is. But it's not like they're being treated more like they're like the space police instead of like these mystical things, because they're chasing like this assassin and they go into this nightclub and this guy's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, Jedi business. Back to your drinks." It's like, what? We're the space police.
I mean, the thing I didn't like about the prequels is just there was just way too much CGI. I'm one of those people. Like the CGI.
Well, I'm offended at the CGI artist.
The problem with the CGI in the first 3 was just that. Well, actually, mostly the first one was just that it was sort of in that era where CG was still kind of on its way to being decent, but it was not quite there. So there were a lot of things that were wrong with it.
I think its main problem was the fact that it was very cartoony. Like Jar Jar
that's what I mean.
Straight out of like, he looked like he was straight out of a Warner Brothers cartoon, like squashing and stretching and all that shit. I just don't you don't fit in. Like everyone else is this really tame, really stoic human, and then suddenly there's a Misa High.
Oh no, I just can't deal with Jar Jar. It's just
Jar Jar's amazing. He was legit my favorite character when I was like 6.
Oh no.
My favorite character, I think, was like Sid from Ice Age.
Oh no. Not Ice Age.
Ice Age 1. I like that movie, but I remember nothing of it. Which probably means it's not very good.
Well, they're on like the 5th one now, or the 6th one. I've lost track.
They're catching up with Star Wars.
I think that's probably what they're trying to do. The first 2 I thought were alright, and then the third one I was like, this is getting quite silly now because there's suddenly dinosaurs. What? And then they made the 4th one. I was like, what's going on? And the 5th one was like in space or something. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I think it had to do with the space. It had to do with the spaceship or something. That's all I can vaguely remember. I haven't seen the 4th or 5th one.
I think they're on the fifth one now, which is
well, they've made the 5th one.
They're probably going to make the 6th one. We're going to see that soon, probably.
Yeah.
I like sequels because I find as sequels go on, they get stupider and stupider as they try to like build up the world's lore and stuff.
Case in point, Ice Age.
Yeah, because like the first one, they're just kind of in this wasteland. It's basically like the post-apocalypse for furries, and they're like, "Oh, we've got to get here before shit goes wrong." And they're the really awful CG humans that didn't look bad for the era, actually.
Well, because it was like 2002.
It did help that they had like a different art style going. They weren't
Hmm.
like, oh, what are they? They looked like, how do I describe
I
them?
think
They
they
were
were.
kind of
I
like,
think they were trying. They were trying to be a few what's the word? A few like generations back from Homo sapiens,
oh yeah,
maybe.
so they were trying to like exaggerate their
I
noses and
suppose that's
things.
kind of why they didn't look right, but
Yeah, I think they were looking for more of a mid 2000s Disney style.
I think that's kind of what every because it was Sony Animations or whatever the fuck they call themselves. I think it's because that's what happens. Like these studios sort of try and emulate what Pixar and Disney tried to do.
Well,
I always think that
not recently.
DreamWorks is probably the main culprit.
They're basically bootleg Pixar.
Well, no, they are
But
because they stopped. What the first? I don't. It might have been the first film they did, which was a rip off of A Bug's Life.
yeah, no, I think wasn't the first film they did The Road to El Dorado or something. That was 2D.
Yeah, that was 2D. That's different. I meant the
I
first
think
3D one.
DreamWorks got a bit better as time went on because things like How to Train Your Dragon or Kung Fu Panda had better animation.
Kung Fu Panda, that's another one. They made the third one, and I think there's like planned to be like 6 overall or something.
They've made a bunch of Kung Fu Panda stuff. There's like a TV series.
Yeah, because Pixar did like they did like I think they did a couple TV movies with Toy Story, and they did
They still do those.
What do they still do them? Oh god.
They did a one that was basically a big advertisement for Sky that was like a Halloween advert.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean they're doing that with Lego Batman now. See, we're moving on to something else.
Fuck's sake. Well, no, that segues into a point. I was going to say, Sony Entertainment usually is interesting because of the sheer scale of it.
Right.
But I think the Sony animation tends to be a lot more stretchy.
Mm.
Like with the Emoji Movie. I don't think the story is going to be good, but the animation is definitely going to be good.
Yeah.
Because that trailer they put out where it's like, oh, hello, I'm the Emoji Man. That had pretty decent animation in there. Because he looked really, like, stretchy.
Yeah. Christ, Toy Story was like the first 3D animated feature film anyway. So I mean, the whole art of 3D animated films is only like what 20-ish years old.
Roughly, give or take.
When you think about it, that's pretty decent evolution because it's at the point where computer animation is quite. You can make hyper realistic imagery, and you could easily fool people with that. And it's only an art that's 20 years old.
Well, it is computers, and computers do advance. I don't remember, like, there's like a scientific term for it.
Yeah, I know.
It means that, like, computing power roughly doubles every 2 years.
Yeah, because computers only like 20 years ago, like they could only have like 8 megabytes in a hard drive or something. It's like, oh god. Now we can have fucking 6 terabytes or whatever.
We're going to make someone very angry, by the way, about our gross misunderstanding of computers.
Hey, as long as it works, I don't care.
I'm not a computer man. I draw willies on the internet, and that's about all I do. Oh, no. It's an interesting story. Like, seeing some of the first, it's interesting watching animation evolve over time. Because it's going back to watching a lot of the shorts that were made in like the 1920s to 30s, of like making animations improved.
Yeah.
Like I think I might have blathered on about this before, but there's this concept we have in animation, the 12 principles, and you can see where these were introduced because a lot of the early Disney shorts, like the Oswald the Rabbit stuff, doesn't have a lot of those in them.
Right.
It's interesting to see as the shorts go on, you see them kind of introducing them into the shorts they do, and I think they were fully formed around the time they made Snow White.
So that was like the 40s.
That was like the 40s, I think. I'm not an expert. I should be, but I'm not.
I watched a thing about Walt Disney like a couple weeks back.
What was that?
I don't know, something on the BBC about it. 2-parter like of his sort of from like when he was like 6 or something up until his death, or basically timeline of everything he did in terms of animation and forming the company and his building his fucking theme park and all that crap. I think it was around the 40s when Snow White came out.
1938.
Oh shit, it was a couple of years earlier.
Oh fuck! My knowledge of like older animation isn't great. I just saw that and I thought, oh, that's really interesting.
I probably know enough to sort of I know enough to sort of like blag my way through.
Like if I had a gun pointed to my head, I'd get most of it right, but I'd still be dead.
I like that analogy. I like that analogy for how much you know about a topic. I get most of it right, but I'd still be dead. That's great.
Prequels memories. Do you have any memories of the prequels?
I saw them when I was quite young, so I would say I probably don't remember much about them, though. The only time I saw episode 1 at the cinema that I remember was when it came out in 3D, which was only a few years ago.
Oh yeah, didn't they release them they released them sequentially in the movie? So I'd imagine for the first three films there was like no one in there, and then they released the new ones, the older ones actually.
The
and
best
they're like, whoa,
ones.
the best ones. They should have just aired episode 5 and just left it at that.
I mean, I'll be honest. They came out with episode 1 in 3D. I don't remember seeing advertised episode 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in 3D.
Fuck.
So I'm not entirely sure if they actually did.
They should have done like a marathon. Like, oh, come here, spend the entire day here, watch 1 through 7 in this cinema.
This was before 7 even came out. So it was when was it? It was like 2014 or something.
Yeah,
or 2013. It was a couple years back.
They remastered those new ones. The old fuck. I'm getting these confused because they're later on in the chronology.
Say prequel and say prequel trilogy for 1 through 3 and
prequel, original, sequel. There we go.
Yeah, original, prequel, sequel. Yeah, okay.
Fuck's sake. Like, because I didn't watch those until recently, and I'm annoyed that I didn't because they're actually really good and really fun to watch. They're kind of weird, but I don't know. I like how cheesy they are. I remember like when I first I heard about like I think when I first got into Star Wars, it was like when the third film was released. So I watched most of that like the first time. I think before that, my parents got me like The Phantom Menace on VHS, and I fell asleep through it. That was so no, it was just so boring. Nothing happens in that movie.
I remember having the original 3 on VHS.
Oh no! They even found VHS.
Well, no, it was obviously one film per VHS thing. But I remember after the film, I was surprised actually because they're quite long films on a fucking VHS tape. But after this was sort of in the time when they started thinking, oh, maybe we'll bundle shit with the film when we put it on VHS. So they had like these sort of special features at the end, like maybe outtakes, I can't remember, but sort of little things. And it was weird because on VHS, if you wanted to watch just that, you'd have to fast forward throughout the entire film to get to just that bit at the end. I just thought, why on earth would they think to put this stuff on a VHS?
Because behind the scenes, there's nothing but Liam Neeson pretending he's interested.
Well, yeah, because most of the prequel trilogy was filmed on fucking green and blue screen.
All in one location.
Pretty much.
George Lucas's basement.
The soundstage, the George Lucas building on fucking whatever it's called. I barely remember. It's sort of in the back of my head that the guy who plays Anakin is Hayden Christensen, but it's sort of like just something you forget. Because it's like, what have they done since?
For ages.
Yeah,
I think he was in something recently.
It's like Jake Lloyd or whoever who played Anakin in episode 1.
He went on like a Grand Theft Auto rampage, didn't he? You like stole a car or something.
I can't remember, but that's the kind of shit that happens to like child actors.
Yeah,
they either die or do porn.
My favorite one is the kid who played Charlie Brown.
Oh, what you mean in like the original cartoon?
Yeah, no, he got arrested for assault. And there's this amazing. I think I might have showed you this. There's like this amazing clip where he's in court yelling at the judge, and someone took the footage, put the the Peanuts theme over it, and replaced the judge's audio with just
That's genius.
Great. You know how they do all those edgy shorts? Oh, Peanuts, like 50 years on or something like that, in their late 20s. It's like one of those. How it actually ended up. Whenever they do those parodies, they always say, like make it so that Charlie Brown's life went to shit. It's like, oh.
Probably because they knew it probably would.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was going very far.
That's what happens to like kid actors, though. That's usually what happens. We look at Macaulay Culkin. Tragic. He hasn't exactly had the best career since Home Alone.
The only one I can think who's gone anywhere and hasn't like fucked it up is maybe Chandler Riggs.
I haven't even heard of who. I don't know who that is.
He's like the only child star I can think. I don't know many. So this is the only, like he plays the kid in The Walking Dead.
Oh right, okay.
So not exactly a well-known actor, but you know.
Yeah, well, it's not really. I don't know.
I was like 10 when Walking Dead came out.
I was gonna say like because it's not a film. It's not necessarily sort of the Hollywood experience that he's getting necessarily, because I think that's usually what wrecks child actors. The whole business of Hollywood. What happens there?
There's not as much respect in being a TV actor.
Well, it's not that. It's just sort of like TV and film are two different things, really. Although they are sort of getting closer, and because there is a lot more sort of filmic TV shows.
I think I prefer TV shows to films, to be honest. Even though they're usually films are usually on average better than TV shows.
And more money spent on them.
Yeah, that's odd though. You think there's more there's more of the TV show, yet it makes less money.
And it costs a lot less to make a TV show, and it probably might be higher quality than a film. That'll probably be like that's about the length of about 2 episodes of this TV show. Yeah. But it's shit.
Oh god, yeah.
Are they coming out with a new Power Rangers film or something, or TV show? There's some new Power Rangers thing. I can't remember.
I don't know. Have you seen the new Star Wars shows? I didn't watch them very much, but I've seen bits and pieces.
What what is it, like Clone Wars or something?
It's Clone Wars and Rebels. I think there's been
I know about them. That's about it.
Apparently they're pretty okay compared to the.
Well, it must be if it keeps getting recommissioned for.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting because you've got the Clone Wars series, and now they've got one going called Rebels, which takes place between episode 3 and 4. And everyone was like, "Oh, the main characters in this going to be the main characters in Rogue One," but it's like, "Oh no, apparently not."
Yeah, I really don't know anything about Rogue One either. I haven't seen that.
I need to go watch Rogue One. It looks interesting, but it looks a lot more serious than.
When is Rogue One set? Because I know that they're planning a Han Solo one, but that's not it, is it?
Just before the start of the 4th one.
Oh right, okay, okay, fair enough. Okay.
So it's them going to get the Death Star plans.
What are they going to do with Princess Leia? Because wasn't she? Because Carrie Fisher died, obviously. And I read that she was going to have a more prominent role in what would it be, episode 9? Because I think she only just finished filming for episode 8.
I want episode 8
to end with
Jedi. I want episode 8 to end with, "Oh no, we're going to take the fight to them now." And then at the start of the next film, I can't believe she was shot 2 seconds after saying that. They're going to poorly retcon it out.
Oh no. But I mean, they're either gonna have to do. Well, they're gonna obviously have to probably rewrite it, or they
were gonna do that at the start of episode 5. Mark Hamill got into a car crash in between 4 and 5, and if he died,
I would imagine that would probably have killed the entire franchise.
No, you haven't heard what they were gonna do. They were gonna just bring in his long lost brother, and that was gonna be his replacement.
Oh no. I was gonna say, episode 5 was the one where he loses his hand, isn't it? Or is episode 4? No, it's episode 5, isn't it? And then the end of episode 5 is getting the robot one. So I'm assuming that would actually, how would that play out? If it was his because you said he was in the car.
It was in between 4 and 5, so
Yeah.
it was before he like loses his hand.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
know
but
the
I
one
mean,
with him.
yeah, but I mean, because he loses his hand because he's talking to Darth Vader who says, "I'm your father." But how would that work out if it was Luke's long lost brother? What they were going to do if Mark Hamill couldn't do the film?
I think they would have written something different.
I am your cousin, or whatever.
Well, apparently the whole "I'm your father" thing was like a really late addition.
Yeah.
Like originally, like he said on set, he said, "No, Obi-Wan killed your father," and they dubbed over it later.
Well, he says you don't know what happened to your father, and then he says, "I am your father," or whatever. That's another thing. A lot of people always quote that wrong. Apparently.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's always Luke, I am your father, but it's really like, no, I'm your father or something.
Yeah, it says no. It says no. I am your father, rather than Luke. I am your father. It doesn't say Luke. That's the bit everyone gets wrong. It's really weird.
Mandela effect. I hate that too. It's like, oh, well, I remember it this way, but you remember it this way. That must mean we're in parallel universes. No, you fucking twonk.
No, it's just that people collectively have got it wrong. That's all it is. If one person says something and someone else is missing some information about it, they'll probably latch onto that and think, "Oh yeah, that's how I remember it. Therefore, I agree with this parallel universe crap." It's like, no, you just forget. That's all it is.
The examples are like such stupid shit. Like another one of the examples is Forrest Gump. How he says life was like a box of chocolates. People think he says life is like.
I always thought.
To be fair, when he says was, he says the walk like really quick. He goes, "Life was like that."
Yeah. So, I always thought it was life is like a box of chocolates, but
it's because it sounds like it. People think, "Oh, this is parallel universes." Yeah. I can't just have made a simple mistake.
People just obviously can't fucking hear correctly. Obviously, I mean,
well, you mishear it. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. It's either not seeing things right, or remembering it correctly. That's all it is. I mean, when people always use the example, I don't know this because I haven't read the books, but the Berenstain or Steen or whatever the fuck it is, it's a different spelling, and people always say it's the Berenstein Bears or the Berenstein Bears. It's like, who cares? And the Angry Video Game Nerd did a fucking episode about that as well. I was just like, are you really doing this, James? Are you really doing this?
People don't seem to realize that your brain doesn't store memories. It just recreates them every time you try to reimagine them. So you're not seeing, like, your brain is not like a recording machine. You don't have these saved to your hard drive.
Exactly.
Your brain is recreating them every time. So if you think you remember something, it's probably not true.
The brain is easily fooled as well. That's the problem.
Fucking stupid.
Well, it's not that. It's just that it can be easily fooled because this is going into psychology. I'll just do this briefly, but like I think it's like you can easily be, if you sort of have a vague idea of how something happened, someone could say something, and in your brain it would play that out and go, yeah, that's about right, and you sort of start you're sort of fed false information, and if you can't exactly remember exactly what happened, you will sort of start to believe what you're being told. Even subconsciously, it sort of stays there, because there's always gaps in memory, and if someone provides some context or whatever, it might fill that gap, whether it's right or not, whatever.
People are dumb. That's the main point.
Exactly. I think I just, what we were saying earlier, like I know I would get things probably right, but I'd still be dead. I think that just happened to me. Everything I just said about memory, I don't even know if that was right, but I'd probably still be dead.
That reminds me of a tweet I saw the other day. I don't remember where I saw this, but somebody put on Twitter, "I guess I'm just a stupid millennium."
Oh, kill them.
That's an amazing quote. I want that on a shirt. Yeah. I guess I'm just a stupid millennium.
That would make a great shirt, actually. That would make a great shirt.
We need that, actually. Have you played any of the Star Wars video games?
I always played Lego Star Wars, and No, that was it. Actually, Lego Star Wars.
Really?
Actually, no, I did have. Oh fuck, what was it? There was I'm fairly sure there was a Nintendo 64 Star Wars game. Probably might have been like the Pod Race or something.
Arwing Fighter or something.
Well, yeah, something like that. I remember playing that as well. But I think that was it pretty much. Mostly Lego Star Wars.
My experience with Star Wars games is very limited too, oddly. It's like only Lego Star Wars, pretty much. Why is it only Lego Star Wars?
I don't know. It's, like, there's 3 Lego Star Wars games. No, there's 4 now. There's 4 now. But originally there was 3 before they made the new film, and the third one was, I think, the Clone Wars, or some adaptation of that. Actually, yeah, the Clone Wars it might have been.
Did you like? I think the newest Lego Star Wars game is just based on The Force Awakens. How did you have enough material?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like because I was actually playing through Lego Star Wars the other day because I got it on Steam recently.
And, oh, geez, you can get this on Steam.
And well, yeah, I know you can get Lego games on Steam anyway now. Like for each episode, there's only like 6 levels.
Yeah, it's odd. Like how.
If the Force Awakens game is anything like this, then there's only going to be 6 levels. That doesn't make any sense. Presumably, they've probably filled it out with more levels, and they're probably longer as well.
They've taken the novelization and put in some of that shit in there too.
Oh god!
Have you heard about this? The novelization like adds in some really weird.
What is the point? What is the point of? I never understand the point of novelizations of films.
Yeah, but in book form. No, they add in this.
It's worse when it's a book first, then they make it to a film, and then they make it into a book. It's like
there's a scene in the book. There's a scene in the book where before they blow up the giant starship planet, there's like a space a chase on like snow bikes or something where they like chase around stormtroopers to get into the base.
Was that supposed to be in the film?
Where yeah, but they cut it because it was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it just adds nothing. And then there's this other scene where when Kylo sees Rey for the first time, he goes, "It's her."
Yeah, I'm glad they cut that out.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
Yeah.
I wonder who Rey is. Oh god. I love how when that came out, everyone got triggered whenever anyone brought up the word Mary Sue.
Really?
Yeah, no, I saw that. Everyone was like, "Oh, well, don't call her Mary Sue. You only just found out what that word is like a week ago." It's like, fuck off. I've known what a Mary Sue is for ages. I'm an expert on that shit. I draw them all the time. I wish the movie was nothing but Finn and Poe, because they were fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like in the first bit when they were escaping the Death Star, like that was fun to watch. I like watching them just kind of like shit talk back and forth. But then they introduced Rey, and Rey's just like, "Oh no, I am the capable lady." It's like, oh, this is boring stuff.
Oh, I never understood why there was like this sort of in the fandom. They always thought, oh, the stormtrooper and this guy they met and now they're in love. What? It's like, what? I never understood that.
Assuming Finn was like brought up like from nowhere, like to be a stormtrooper, wouldn't he have like no like sex drive or something? Wouldn't they like try to reduce that?
Yeah. I just don't get. Like, I don't get how that happened. I mean, I watch things where there's usually a fairly well-known ship in it, and I can kind of see how that works. But I just don't see how it works in this, because it's like they just meet.
Like then, I can see that,
and then one of them goes off to fight for fucking ages, and then they sort of see each other again, and then they hug. It's like, okay.
I can kind of see that, like if they think, oh, these characters' personalities seem like they'd get along well, but like there was this big drama pit like going a while ago about like making Captain America gay, but it's like you can't just force feed that shit into a story. That's not how this works.
Well, they made Iceman gay.
Did they? Which ones? What was this from?
Well, I mean, they literally made Iceman canonically gay in the comics.
Oh, the comics are kind of a shit show for that stuff now.
I don't know.
Like that's always, I see people going on about this all the time. We need more X characters in X. But it's like, that's not really a problem you can solve by forcing it. You know what I mean? Because if you're just forcing it, people are going to be writing those sorts of characters just to get the clicks.
There's an element of that.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, we can write this story, but if we make it about him being gay, we can make all sorts of money. But it's like, that you're not really solving the problem. You're just making money off of really just problems of come up in life, if you know what I mean.
I mean, there was a lot. It was quite divided when. I'm going into anime here for a minute, but just bear with me.
Here we go. Batten down the hatches, lads. The weeb is here.
But there was I remember there was quite a bit of debate about whether or not Yuri on Ice was sort of queer baiting, because at the start it was basically like at the beginning there was sort of the hint that, oh yeah, they could be gay, except it doesn't seem like it is going that way. And then a few episodes later, it was like, okay, yeah, one of them probably is definitely gay, but the other one definitely isn't. And then a few episodes later, it was like, oh, they are gay. And now they're getting married. What actually is going on now? It was so weird, because at the beginning, everyone thought, oh, no, this is probably just it's just going to be another one where they're just doing it because, oh, people are going to watch it because they think they're gay, and then suddenly they are gay, and it was actually a good story. It's like, what's going on?
I mean, I don't mind if they're changing it, if they think, oh, that's a good idea, I never thought of that. But if it's like just for the clicks, it feels a bit scummy to me.
I mean, I did think originally that Yuri on Ice was mostly so people could just watch it because they think, oh, they might be gay. But in the end, it was like, they are, and it's a good story, and it's actually quite a good show. It was like, what? Because what happened was, it sort of happened, but it isn't the main part of the story.
That's just the sub story about the gayness that's rising. Well, it is called Yuri on Ice. Yuri being, I'm assuming, Japanese like gay pornography.
Lesbian
pornography. Same thing.
Well, different gender.
Different parts mashing together.
I mean, when I talked about it a few times, a lot of people did think, what, lesbians on ice? I was like, no.
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
It
sounds more like a porno.
It's his name. It's just like,
Well, that's annoying because that is a name, isn't it? It's like, why did you name it this? Speaking of Japanese culture, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch?
Can you try and make it sound more natural?
No. It's not my job. What do you mean? Fuck, that reveal. Wasn't it like at 2 a.m. or something they revealed like the Switch? Oh, I think the most shocking part was that those Nintendo Fusion rumors were actually true.
The what? I didn't hear that, sorry.
You didn't the Nintendo Fusion rumors were actually true.
What was that? I must have missed this. What do you mean fusion?
Like the second they announced that the company was kind of shit in the bed.
Oh, right.
There were a bunch of rumors circulating being, oh, Nintendo are working on this new system called the Nintendo Fusion that will be both a 3DS and a Wii U.
Oh, right, yeah. It was called the NX for ages.
Yeah, but the other one, like, there were like these leaked pictures of like, oh, the Nintendo Fusion, which was basically the Switch. And then they announced they're working on a project and said it was the NX. But I don't know where the name NX came from. They just, like, people start calling it the NX, then they start calling it the NX.
Sort of like a code name. So they just didn't call it, oh, the Switch.
No, they confirmed it in an interview. They don't really know where the name NX came from. It just kind of stuck.
I don't know if they would say like, oh, it's the next console from Nintendo. Like, what?
I'm personally not too hyped about it, but that's just because my personal experiences with the Wii U, which I think is mostly my fault.
I don't know. I think it's probably going to sell very well.
I mean, it looks interesting. I don't see how you're going to play it on the go. They'll need to sell like a battery expansion or something.
I don't know. I think it's got at least. I think it has got a good few hours on battery.
I heard it was 3, but
I think it does depend. It does depend on the game.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds amazing. Like if you're on a long train journey and you have like a plug near you. I mean, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
But if you're like, because it sounds like an amazing console, but I'll only get it if there are games, because in my experience, the Wii U games are like too expensive, so I didn't bother with them.
Yeah, the Switch games, if I remember correctly, are about £55. But yeah, the Switch has these new controllers now.
Those controllers look weird. The Joy-Cons, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. I wasn't. I was kind of. I don't know. I was indifferent about the names. Like Joy-Con. What? What kind of word is that? You're just putting two words together, and it's not a thing.
They're gonna do the thing they do with all their colors. They're gonna come out with like, oh look, here's the default one, and then
The
like,
fucking default one is grey.
yeah, no, I mean that's what they always do. Like with the DSs, they're like, oh, here's the blue one and the black one. You want the red one, or you got to wait 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, when I did stay up to watch the presentation. Kind of stupid of me because, but
That must have
whatever.
been awful.
I was I was watching it. I was thinking, yeah, I would like it if there was more than 2 color options.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks okay in grey, but it's grey, and I'm not entirely sure if I want bright fucking blue and bright fucking red as controllers.
right. That sounds good. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of like, it looks interesting, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it until like maybe the Christmas if it looks good.
Oh well, Super Mario Odyssey comes out around Christmas time.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
I would probably get it either. I'd probably get it for Christmas or before then. It might go down in. Well, I was about to say it might go down in price slightly, but I'm not sure.
The games will make up
Usually, games consoles go down in price like a few months after launch. That's just kind of like the rule.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping. Well, I was going to say I hope it does badly at launch, so it reduces its price. But if it goes badly at launch,
You don't really want to get it.
games for it. No one's going to make games for it.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's already a load of developers behind it already, so it seems like all it really needs to do is sell very well at launch and before launch with all the pre-orders, and it'll probably live instead of dying like the fucking Wii U.
I'm kind of hoping it's good because I think it looks interesting. Like it seems like something I'd get a lot of use out of if it had some good games.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea that you can just that you're playing on the TV and you could just sort of yank it out and it's still going. It's like, okay.
We're going to your grandma's, cool, rip it out. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. It gives kids more opportunity to not talk to their parents.
Yeah, great. That's what we need. Legit. Fuck.
Although I don't know, you've probably seen like the because when they first said that it was called the Switch and they had this sort of like 3-minute YouTube video, like they showed people playing it in the car with the tiny fucking Joy-Cons just in the back, and it was just sort of glued onto the seat, and they're going, yeah, Mario Kart. And I was like, that doesn't look that fun to me. If you're trying to play on something that's smaller than a fucking USB stick, how the fuck are you?
I'm sure they're relatively. Look at the size of an NES controller.
Yeah, I know. I was just slightly annoyed at the size of the control, because I was like, yeah, okay, it would be fine. It looks fine when you're just using both of them as one controller rather than just using half of it as one controller and half as the other. It's like, yeah, this is too small in the hand, surely. But I
just hope it's good. I hope it has like decent games on it, because if not, I'm not going to bother with it. Because I haven't touched my Wii U in like a year. Well, mostly my fault. I brought the fucking white one, so I was like, okay, I don't want to be breaking the bank on this. Then it turns out every game has massive fuck off updates.
Yeah.
And I couldn't play Smash Bros because just it wouldn't let me update because I didn't have enough storage.
Oh god. Well, luckily the inbuilt storage is 32 gigabytes, but the expandable storage can eventually go up to 2 terabytes.
Whoa, 2 terabytes! I mean, I think it's cool mostly because you could just play like older games just on the go. Because I think that sounds like
they've got fucking GameCube Virtual Console. Apparently.
See, like, I wish they'd just kind of develop it like a cheap emulator or something they can just slap ROMs into, so they don't have to wait like 6 years to download like Zelda 2 on there or something.
I don't know.
That's what always annoyed me about the Virtual Console. It was kind of like, oh, well, this week we're releasing these games, next week we're releasing these games, but just release them all, you fuckers.
Yeah,
I don't want to wait 6 weeks for my Mario Party 7.
I mean, the only sort of good thing that I ever saw really come out of Virtual Console is that they sort of universally released Earthbound in
that was cool,
worldwide, because it was only available in America.
Yeah, fuck. Like, because it seems like I'd love to be able to play like just old NES games on the go with a bit, like a legit screen. I can do it on my phone, fine, but it's kind of annoying on my phone because like tactile feedback is important.
I mean, the NES Mini is actually really nice.
I never considered because I thought it was like massively overpriced. And
It was. I think personally it was, but it's probably gone down a bit in price. But the problem with it was because it sold out. Like I think it sold out fairly quickly.
They were like selling for loads.
Yeah, it did, like on eBay they were selling them for like 200-300 quid. I was like, I mean, I got mine for like whatever how much it was on Amazon, like 40-50 quid or something.
And you're sat there in your bunker like, hell, losers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like how they sort of shot themselves in the foot by sort of saying, oh, there's 30 games and that's all you're getting. But they have actually now cracked it, and you can add other games, but it's quite dangerous because it might brick it.
No, I've got a theory about the supply issues.
They just downloaded ROMs from coolroms.com and just put them on a Raspberry Pi or whatever, and just shoved it in a 3D printed NES model. That's all they've probably done.
No, like they probably don't. Like I theorize that they don't even bother. Like they make less than average on purpose, so that when like they're sold out and the demand goes to the roof, they can be like, oh, look how popular it is. I wouldn't put it past them to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they have ceased production of the Wii U, but they probably just should.
Probably. Well, I don't think anyone's going to buy the Wii U.
I mean,
if the Switch is coming out,
if they're still fucking making it, who's going to bother?
Yeah, that's kind of the big off point about the Switch. It's kind of like, oh well, fuck you, Wii U, we're moving to this one.
Yeah, exactly. I feel sorry for anyone who actually bought a Wii U like just before they announced the Switch, because they'd be like, "Ah, oh, fuck." Because essentially, the Switch is like, the Switch is what the Wii U should have been.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's just
annoying.
It's just what happened was they made the Wii U just wrong.
I think
at
the
wrong
Switch is
time.
I think the Switch is what people thought the Wii U was,
or what it was going to be.
Yeah, because I did speak to people when it was like when the trailers came out back in fucking secondary school, being all like, "Oh, what's this thing?" Like, "Oh, can you take the games on the go?" Well, that's such a cool idea.
Yeah,
what's
but
this?
I mean, the screen on the Wii U is tiny, if I remember correctly.
It is. It's awful.
I mean, yeah, so is the one on the Switch, but it's a bit bigger.
It's like decent quality though. I would imagine.
I think it's supposed to be 720 when it's in handheld, and then 1080 60 frames when it's docked on the TV.
I think it would be fun to play games like just on the train all the time.
Yeah.
Playing Super Mario Odyssey while on the train.
Unless
you stop, but you're still playing Switch.
And it's weird. It's kind of like made cartridges cool again, almost. Because it's always been fucking digital download or disc up until this point, unless you have a 3DS. And then suddenly there's like, oh, we're going to use cartridges again for some reason. And it's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Aren't they better than like discs though at this point? Because you can fit so much more on them now.
Well, I mean,
they've improved so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, back for when they had cartridges for NES and Super Nintendo, there was like hardly any fucking loading time. And suddenly PS1 came out and it was like, oh yeah, if you want to play Castlevania, you're going to have to wait for another 5 minutes for this to load. It's like, okay, thanks. And then you get to play for like half a minute and then it loads again for another 5 minutes. It's like, oh.
I'm so glad loading screens are mostly dead these days.
Yeah, loading screens have gotten better, but they haven't gone away. It's always there. Like I honestly hate some loading screens. I mean, I think the worst might be Sonic 06 for like Xbox and PS3, because
only like 5 minutes long sometimes.
I will always remember Sonic 06 for a lot of reasons, most of them being because it's shit. But one reason is that one of the first missions you even do, you talk to a guy, he says about a sentence, and then it loads for about half a minute. It goes back to the guy, he says another thing, and then it goes back to a loading screen for about half a minute, or possibly a minute, and it goes back to the guy again, and then you actually get to play. It's like, did you really need to load all that time just for one bit of dialogue.
It's funny because they're really inconsistent with that. Because some people you'll just talk to and you'll go straight to the missions.
Yeah.
But other people you'll talk to them, there'll be a loading screen mission,
Loading screen.
talk, loading screen.
Yeah.
It's like the loading screen airlocks, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing with Sonic 06. There was so many things wrong with it, including fucking the inclusion of what was some princess ripped out of Final Fantasy, whatever. Some of the cutscenes are absolutely god awful. I don't even want to go into it. It's like it's a scar. It's a scar on my life. That's all it is to me.
I think what the problem was that they started off on one engine and then had to change to another engine mid-production.
That would make sense for most of the problems, because there was so much wrong with it gameplay wise. You could get stuck on you can just get stuck on anything, or you could get frozen just by fucking not doing something correctly. It's like, okay, thanks. This game's fucking broken.
I'm not hopeful for that new game they released, if you've seen that one.
Which one? Mania or...
Not Mania, the other one.
Yeah, the other one. That's what I was afraid of, because that is exactly what I was afraid of, because Mania looks good. That's like...
It looks really interesting.
That's basically a sequel to Sonic CD, and Sonic CD was great. But then there's this other 3D one. I was like, have you not learned from Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors and every other Sonic game that's 3D? It's kind of like they've put Sonic back in a Final Fantasy game again.
It could work if they were to overly cheese it up, which would be amazing, but they won't. They're going to reach like half and halves.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I guess this thing happened. It's like, fuck, stop.
Yeah.
Because, it looks like they've just, they're like, oh, that Sonic 06, let's try that again, because it looks exactly the same as the, Destroyed City Zone.
Yeah.
I'm not hyped. But I'm hoping there's going to be a trailer comes out, but it's actually really good, because that'd be hilarious.
Well, yeah, because
then we're going to have the memories of the Doomsday.
Because we've hardly... Oh, God, I mean... That is the only thing we've seen of that new Sonic game, is just that sort of weird teaser. And we've actually got footage, and people have actually played Sonic Mania. And it's like, so are you just working on Sonic Mania and then not giving a shit about the other one that you just announced? Or I think some of the development team who worked on the port of Sonic CD or doing Sonic Mania as well. So that'll probably be alright.
Yeah, they're actual serious developers though, not like the Sonic team guys. They just
they just do whatever they want.
They're like the Japanese Bethesda. They just do whatever the fuck they want. There's no rhyme or reason. Just shove that in there. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares if it doesn't fit? Shove it in there.
Just look at Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed. I mean, those are classic examples of why Sonic Team cannot be trusted with their own mascot.
Sonic Unleashed was...
It was shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's that sorted.
I'd argue that parts of it were good, but it was dragged down by loads of subpar shits. There's the Werehog's fun for the first couple of levels, and you realize, oh, this is literally all there is. There's no other combos.
I hate it. I hate the controls for the Werehog.
Yeah, they weren't very interesting.
Because the first thing you do is, I think, is a level of Sonic, and then later suddenly the Werehog is like, oh, I can't go fast. I can't do anything. Great. It just changes the pace entirely. It's like, well, this kind of sucks.
It was kind of annoying because it's we've just defined maybe the best gameplay style for the series in its history, paired with the worst one.
Exactly. Is exactly
the
point.
This is so cool. Oh.
I just can't stand either of those two games.
But because which was the other game you said? Was it
Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed?
Oh yeah, Sonic Colors was better.
Yes, only marginally.
It was kind of mostly 2D, which I didn't really like because the
we
fun
say
is the
2D.
3D stuff.
You say 2D, you mean
2.5.
Yeah, it's called 2.5, but it's just 3D, but the camera is fixed in one plane of 3D.
that's why I like Generations more, because it was like, oh, we've got
they kind of redeemed themselves. They kind of redeemed themselves a little bit with Generations, because it was sort of like, oh, okay, we acknowledge that we fucked up with those previous games. Here's something original, sort of.
But then here's Sonic Lost World.
Oh god, yeah, I don't know what they've done with this. I don't know what they've done.
Daddy, no.
I don't know what they've done with the character. It's like, and with this new 3D one, they're going back to the original one, where he doesn't have bandages around his fucking arms.
Well, that was apparently like it's a spin-off series.
I just don't understand what's going on with Sonic anymore. It's like, oh, okay, I mean, Crash Bandicoot didn't go through this many transformations. Christ. With Crash Bandicoot, it was quite linear where he was going, because the first 3 games was fairly the first 3 games he was exactly the same. Then he went to PS2 and he was sort of the same, and then there was a game where suddenly he was fucking tattoos and shit. I was like, okay, well, I mean, at least you haven't changed him completely. But with Sonic, it was like, okay, he started out fat and then he got thin, and now he's got fucking bandages on his fucking arms, and Knuckles is a fucking moron, and now he's back to normal.
Crash Tag Team Racing.
Oh god, don't.
Did you play Crash Tag Team Racing?
I think so, yeah. I think I vaguely remember it.
That game was a weird crossing over point, because there was Twinsanity, Tag Team Racing, and then Crash of the Titans. But in Crash of the Titans, they redid all the designs, so we had like the tattoos and stuff.
Yeah.
But in Crash, I think it was Tag Team Racing, they made him just babble gibberish all the time.
Yeah.
And they brought that back in Crash of the Titans. So there was like this weird crossing over point where he had the old design, but he was still babbling like a retard.
Yeah. I can't really remember if I'm trying to remember Crash Tag Team Racing, because I remember one. It probably is the one I'm thinking of. It was like, oh, Dr. Cortex has got a fucking theme park now, and Crash goes through all the levels either doing platforming or racing. What's going on?
It had a very, very light story.
I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, why is this hub world?
It was made by the same people that made Hit and Run.
Oh, well, I'm now looking at it in a different light then. Because Simpsons Hit and Run was alright. I like that.
I like that one. Can we get Simpsons Hit and Run ported to the Switch, please?
Well, it was on GameCube, so...
Virtual Console lad, you know what to do.
Yeah.
God, man. They should do a sequel to that. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine what you could do now with like modern technology. You wouldn't even need to split the levels up.
Did you play the Simpsons game?
I did, yes.
It's quite hard to say. I always found it was quite hard to say, oh, did you play the Simpsons game? Because people are going, what, Hit and Run? And like, no.
Which one?
No, yeah, exactly. Because there were so many.
The Simpsons game.
There's so many Simpsons games, and suddenly they just brought out the Simpsons game. It's like, okay, well, nice to distinguish all of these between each other. But, I don't know. The Simpsons game was alright. I kind of liked it, but... It was kind of weird how it was just like, oh, we know we're in a game. Okay, thanks. I don't know if this is really what... Is this really what you want to go for? Just self-referential all the time? And there was a bit when it was like, oh, now we're going to travel to different games. It's like, oh, fuck, what's going on?
Like, I liked that, but... Because I think the games, like, the themes in the level, like, interactions were interesting enough to keep me going to the end.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a shallow beat 'em up. Because it was kind
That's all it was in the end. Really.
Marge's superpower is to like bring people together to fight against violent video games, and it's amazing. I love that.
I just can't. I just never really. I was alright. I'd play it. I thought it was alright, but I mean, most of the time I was thinking, what's going on? What's this got to do with The Simpsons?
It's better off to play with someone, so you've got someone to kind of laugh with. Otherwise, you're just sat there laughing to yourself, and it's not.
You're just sort of laughing at jokes that really are sort of meant to be enjoyed with other people, rather than just some guy in his room playing the Simpsons game. It's like, yeah.
It was fun. Like, if I could play it again with someone, I think I would. I started CEX the other day. I might go steal it just for that.
Go steal it. Sure.
Have you played any of the Telltale games?
I think I did I think I played some of the early ones. Oh, I played the Back to the Future one.
Oh god.
I don't know. That was okay, but it was sort of like, as a fan of the Back to the Future trilogy, I'm kind of, this kind of feels cheap to the series. It's it just feels like bad fan fiction.
I think that's kind of their tagline at the moment. Like Telltale, we do
Bad
bad fan fiction.
Yes.
They're doing like Batman ones now, aren't they? And Guardians of the Galaxy ones. It's like, why is this needed? Just
and
make
Minecraft,
movies.
which is definitely fucking fan fiction.
Have you seen that?
I've not seen it. I've not played it, but from what I've seen of the trailer, it's just Minecraft fan fiction. That's all it is. And the animations.
Yeah, you know how you get those YouTube animations?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
They literally copy paste the models.
You couldn't. Yeah, it is exactly the same. That is so strange to me. There was like, oh, they're exactly the same. The way the mouth moves and everything is exactly the same. It just really fucking annoyed me.
It did. It did just feel like they took someone's experience on a Minecraft server and just kind of made it into a really long animation.
Yeah, but I don't get what the story was. It was sort of like, oh, some stuff happens and we have to go through the portal.
That's every Telltale game.
Yeah.
Some stuff happens and we have to go through the portal.
Yeah.
Synopsis on IMDb.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting to see like 12-hour animations, but at the same time, it's like, is this really that interesting? Like, I feel like you could just break all these up and they'd make a semi-interesting like TV series. But at the same time, it's like they're usually not that well written.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've watched Emily play a majority of the Walking Dead one, and the Walking Dead games have exactly the opposite problem that the TV series does.
Well, do they get? I thought someone said to me that the game follows the comic books more closely.
I think it kind of does and kind of doesn't. Because the TV series isn't meant to be like a straight adaptation. They change a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know that much about the TV series. They do change a lot, but it's sort of like the people always say, "Or read the comics instead."
To be fair, the comics are much better than the TV series.
Just don't watch it.
Just
don't get any involved with it.
I liked the TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its problems that are pretty obvious, but at the same time. Like the first season of the comic is 6 episodes. Well, not the comic. The first season of the TV series is 6 episodes long, based on 6 issues of the comic.
Yeah.
Season 2 of the TV series is, I think it's like 12 or like 15 episodes long, based on 2 issues of the comic. So they really stretch that material in season 2. But I think the more recent seasons are like the new season 7 has been like less interesting because a lot of the episodes are just kind of them walking about just talking about shit and not even interesting shit. He's just like, hi, I beat you up, and he's like, you didn't. Yeah, I did. And that's basically like 2 episodes of like the TV series in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched The Walking Dead in a few years. I don't know if I can ever get back into it really, because I can't hardly even remember what I've seen.
It was kind of dumb because like in season 6 they did like a fake out of one character dying. And then they legit killed him later in the season.
To Christ, I hope no one's watching this going, oh, thanks, spoilers.
If I didn't watch this thing in like the 7 years it's been out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it happened in like season 2, then it's probably fine because most people probably have seen it.
It was kind of the big meat. I think it was very popular for a while. There were images floating around of the character's death, like. Because
actually, I think I remember I remember that actually. I think a few people got pissed.
Yeah,
that's how I remember it. Like people got pissed. It was like, stop spoiling.
Like the thing I like about the new series is the new villains are like really hateable, but they're kind of too powerful, if you know what I mean. Like it doesn't feel like they can actually overcome them, so it's not the same. Yeah, because like in season 3 they had a villain who kind of did the same thing, but he had to be more restricted because he was working with less resources. But this new guy is basically just kind of like the raider boss of like the Badlands. Like he feels like he's kind of out of Borderlands instead of like The Walking Dead because he's so cartoonish.
Well, that's a crossover waiting to happen, isn't it?
Fuck.
God, I hope not. That's a Telltale game waiting to happen.
No, they did. There's this local comic shop near me that sells Walking Dead figures.
Oh, what, like I forget what they're fucking called. I know what you mean though.
His name is. Yeah, but one of the figures it was selling was Negan bashes in Glenn's head. It was just like a figure of a guy with a baseball bat and like a headless body.
Oh well, that sounds fun. I want that on my shelf.
They do some really cheap things with the Walking Dead figures. With the comic, they've got the coloured version, the non-coloured version of the figure, the bloody coloured and bloody non-coloured.
Wow.
So they can sell 4 versions of the same mold, basically, just repainted.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really cheap, but it's a really good strategy, actually.
It sells well, probably.
I don't know if it does. That sounds like a lot of figures to buy. You just have 4 versions of the same figure.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
We should do questions next episode. Send us, the 2 people that are watching, send us stupid questions, or just tweet stupid shit at us and I'll respond to it in my sexy voice. This is the mismanaged end of the podcast. Next time we will have a schedule, but we probably won't.
We'll probably actually think about it next time.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
Bye, plebs. See you next time. Have a good night.
Oh, God.
Good night. That's what this is ending.
Oh, I'm keeping that. That was great.